Welcome, Africa. This is Mawachi coming to you live from Johannesburg. And today we have a special guest in studio, the CEO and MD of the TAB Group, organizers of the 7th African Agri Expo to be held in Nairobi. Mr. Tahir, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we are doing all right. How's everything going that side?
All right. All well. Yes.
No, beautiful, beautiful. The TAB Group is organizing the upcoming African Agriculture Expo. Can you tell our listeners a bit about yourself, the event, and what makes it unique?
We have been organizing the Africa Agri Expo for a lot of years recently.
Okay.
And the idea was to sort of bring together the key international companies and provide a platform for them to sort of explore and venture out into the African market on the one hand. And on the other hand, it was for the local dealers, distributors, and traders who work within the industry to get an insight into the international companies, get to explore and witness the new technologies, the development within this sector, and also to get the governmental and policymakers together and discuss about how the sector can be improved, how we can bring innovations, sustainability, and new technology within this segment.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Look, on Focus on Africa, we focus on our program. We mainly focus on the positive and the negative impact that a lot of things are happening in Africa, different in different places. But at the end of the day, when we got in touch with the TAB Group, it was more on, we saw the positivity that you guys are bringing on the African continent, especially with organizing these events. Tell me something. What motivated you as the CEO of the TAB Group to say, you know what, let's look at Africa and let's organize this event?
Well, I think it's a little interesting because before this event, I had been to a lot of African countries, business-related things or even for travel and tourism. And honestly, I mean, I could see the people were so warm, so welcoming, so caring. And then when I visited some of the cities, for example, I'm not sure if a lot of people know, let's say, for example, Khartoum, I could see a lot of entrepreneur spirit in the people. And then here on the other side, we were already doing events on different topics. And then I think naturally, for example, if I look at agriculture, Africa has a tremendous potential, in terms of the land, in terms of the resources, in terms of, the quality of the soil, everything. And obviously, there are challenges like with any other place. But I think one of the main things that motivated us was the type of the opportunity that the continent has, the type of the, I would say, the enterprising character and attitude that people have. I think with a little support and the right direction, there would be wonders in the place.
Wow, that's actually right and beautiful. Look, because some of our listeners might be sitting right now and wondering, why. They'll say, why would you choose Africa? But I'm glad you gave us that response to say, Africa is full of potential, the resources, and pretty much even the people are welcoming. I think I'll give us one that we are really welcoming. So, welcome to Africa, and so we definitely are looking forward to the expo. And then I'm going to dive on to the next question that we had a bit of drafted down so that we move quickly with time as well. I can see you really one who likes talking and explaining everything. Thank you very much, there, Mr. Tahir. And so I'm just gonna go to the next one. And in line with participation of the expo, what specific initiatives or exhibits can companies expect to see showcasing at the expo this year?
I think there are about 3-4 main sectors that we have been focusing on this event. One is agrochemicals and fertilizers. Another is agri-tech is a very important segment that we're focusing on. So we see a lot of companies from US, Europe, Asia, or other parts of the world who will be exhibiting their technologies, specifically pertaining to the African sector. And then we have irrigation, we have post-harvest solutions. So these are the main type of companies that would be present at the event.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right. Look, just another personal question that I'm going to bring on the table to say, from what you see and after you've held the expo, do you believe, where do you see Africa? In matter of fact, let me put it this way: where do you see Africa in terms of the industry? What do you call this? Agricultural technology. Where do you see Africa in, maybe let's say, in 10 years' time?
I think Africa has been absorbing technology in a very active way, and it's also for some it might really be a little surprising to see that because we are working in this industry, especially in agriculture and the technology. I think Africa is at par with, let's say, the startups and new companies who are getting into developing technologies for agriculture. Both big and small, and I think using indigenous methods, using the resources that are available, and then imbibing them with technological advancement, that's really a very amazing thing that's happening. And I am 100% sure that with the correct use of technology and the type of innovations that are happening currently, Africa is going to be at the forefront of agriculture revolution. It has the resources, it has the people. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So with issues like brain drain that are happening most, because you're seeing most of the African youth. Look, I'll be very honest with you. Like we say, this is Africa Today News. We focus on what's happening on the ground in Africa, and usually we've seen a high amount of people leaving Africa. Others going to Europe, hoping for better jobs. How sure are you, and how much do you believe that in the next 10 years' time, at least there'll be people saying we're not going to leave Africa, we're going to stay here? Do you think more events like these will contribute to people having a second thought about leaving the continent, though?
I think events like these have a power to create, an impact. And when you bring people together from different sectors, from different places with vast experience in this field, people get to witness success stories of people, let's say, who decided not to go away and decided to stick to a specific business, but with the addition of innovation, technology, and with new ideas, and then they turned out to be successful. So these are the things which would inspire other people to let's say they believe that they should give it a try. They should, let's say, stay back. But I think additionally, when we talk about the strategy, or let's say a 10-year time frame, a lot depends on the policymakers, the governments, and also the key departments and associations to perceive the youth to stay back, but not just with the words. There have to be practical policies. There have to be, let's say, schemes and plans where, let's say, you are funding any projects, or you're providing better facilities for them. I mean, why would people then want to go? They would really want to stick and stay and try new ideas at where they are.
All right. Look, I think I've just dived a bit away from the script that we had, but I've got another one that's a bit dear to me. Look, this year, on Africa Today, we are focusing more on women empowerment. How far can we say that, because you are organizing the event, but if we want to look at the event, obviously there are different, it's going to be a bit different. You got more. How is it, in fact, let me put it this way. How have you managed to balance the gender equalities in terms of exhibitors there? Have we got more women who are now engaging in agriculture, or it's less women? Please clarify on that part to say, do we have more women on this expo exhibiting?
I think it's a mix. Even let's say, for example, in Africa,
Yeah.
I think a lot of farmers who are working on their farms, they are women.
Okay.
Number
Okay.
one. Number two, for this event, I think how we try to encourage more women to come and participate
Okay,
is through our partnerships and associations. For example, one
Yeah.
of the key partners for this event is the Women for Agriculture
Okay. That's good.
from Nigeria. They are from Kenya, who are one of our key partners for this event.
Yeah.
And secondly, we also encourage, for example, we have so many volunteers, for this event who help us throughout the event. We try to make sure that, we give equal opportunity to both, boys and girls. So a lot of girls you will see they are, associated with us in the event. So these are the small, we have speakers, some of the top speakers who are the women representing the, the female side of this. And yeah, I think more or less it's a pretty much balanced participation.
All right. No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look, I like the fact that you are saying that you want to encourage more young girls, women to participate in agriculture, to not just say. And also, I think, looking at the African youth in nowadays, we tend to believe that the agriculture is only done by the elderly, and it's no longer us who are only allowed to venture in medicine. Not saying that medicine is bad and other choices that we make in life, but also I like the idea that you're saying, and you're encouraging the young people, the young girls to venture into agriculture. That's a beautiful one. Mr. Tahir, I'm just going to jump into another question. I think collaborations and partnerships. Are there any notable collaborations or partnerships the TAB Group has formed with the agricultural community, either locally or international, towards this event?
Yeah, of course. I think first and foremost, it's the Ministry of Agriculture
Okay.
and the Livestock Development from Kenya, who
Yes.
are the key endorsing partner for this event. They have been supporting us since past as well. So they are our key main partners. Then we have the International Fertilizer Development Center again, and International Fund for Agriculture Development. AGRA is one of our important partners for this event. And as I said, Kenya National Farmers Association is there. Farm to Market Alliance is there. I think more or less the major associations, the government policy bodies, policy makers, and also financial institutions, the banks, the funding institutes. Because the idea overall is to, sort of bring the complete ecosystem together. So that,
Yeah, I understand. So, but then if you look at it, because how's the reception from Kenya towards this event? How have they accepted it?
It's amazing. It's amazing. We had a lot of visitor rush last year, and this year we are expecting even more. So a number of registrations have already come in even before the event, and we're receiving a very warm response. We're expecting this to be a grand show.
Yeah, wonderful. That's beautiful. And then I don't know if you've got an answer to this one. What changes do you see in Africa by organizing such events? Obviously, we've spoken about this, and then you've mentioned that you do believe that in the next coming 10 years things will be looking better. And then I'm just going to go to another one. Can you discuss any specific solutions the TAB Group has implemented to overcome obstacles in event management? You being an events managing company, what? Yeah, I don't know if I should come back again on that one.
No, I think that's fine. See, in terms of Africa, let's say specifically, as I said, down the line, we will definitely see a lot of improvement, and we're already seeing it, And I think one point that probably we missed a little earlier, it's important how we attract and retain, youth to let's say continue working towards this specific sector. And I think one thing which has really worked extremely well is the technology. Where, for example, I have a little farm 100 miles away, and with an app on my mobile phone, I can check it every day. I can check how is it, how is the produce growing, how is the temperature and everything. So these are the type of things that is attracting youth to look at agriculture as a serious venture again. And I think that what is required is a little support from the government or the funding agencies, and a proper entrepreneur ecosystem in a specific country. So that will help people to stay, that will help people to try new things, and that is how we develop this industry. In terms of the events, I think we have worked with a lot of in a lot of different countries in different places, and every country has a unique set of challenges for us as a event management. At times there are let's say some a lot of rules and regulations and the permissions and permits you need from different government bodies. That in itself is a challenge. At times there is lack of facilities or a good venue. At times there are lack of professional vendors or service providers who can give it. But I think all in all, Africa has been a wonderful place for us. Me personally, I'm extremely in love with the people there, the warmth that they show, the hospitality that they show. So it's always amazing. Every time I visit an African country, I really feel very connected with them.
No, that's all right. That's beautiful. And then I've got another one that's a bit dear again to my heart. Look, Mr. Tahir, we're looking at. I'm gonna put this question on a more for personal level to say, look, I am from Zimbabwe. I'm from Zimbabwe myself.
Oh, great.
But I'm based in South Africa. But I've got friends who are into agriculture in Zimbabwe. Some of them are, I think from when they saw the advertisements on the news website, they were very much keen to know more about that. So in terms of the future of such events, are you planning on to be closer to move in around Africa, like in terms of Zimbabwe, Malawi, Zambia?
Of course, we did this in other parts. It's not just Kenya. Just last year and this. Earlier, we did it in Nigeria, in Tanzania, and other countries. Yes, we are definitely planning to, explore new regions and new countries as well. So yeah, it would be like a roadshow moving from one place to another place. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, please do that, because we've got more farmers in Zimbabwe who are really interested. But at times, because they are small farmers, at times it then becomes a bit hard for them to travel halfway through Africa, just to get somewhere. But I believe with your beautiful team and great effort you're implementing there, you're gonna make everything accessible to everybody. And then I think that also covers the market expansion. And on just a few questions, the last ones that I've got for you, Mr. Tahir, and without wasting much of your time, the community engagement. Are there any community development or educational programs your company is supporting or is into?
In Africa right now, we are
not just specifically in Africa, but even in India, even where, just to support the.
Yes, we do support educational programs and education for children, underprivileged children, as part of our CSR activities at different places. And we are also encouraging our connections or the companies as our partners who we work with to fund the programs that we get in touch with, or the people who have taken such initiatives in different parts of the world, especially in Africa. And we encourage them, get them connected, because they already are doing CSR activities. They, let's say, are paying out somewhere, but we want to encourage them to divert some part of it to the girl education. Yeah.
No, that's beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. And then any future plans? If I should ask, what are the TAP Group's long-term goals and vision in the role in African event management? And also, are there any opportunities within the TAP Group for the young people? even
Of course, we're always looking out for young and dynamic people who are keen to learn and willing to try new things and work in a fast-paced and challenging environment. In terms of the future growth, we're already working in most of our events happen in the Middle East and Africa, but this year we are expanding in the Southeast Asia. We're doing events in Vietnam, in Indonesia, in Malaysia. And in Africa, we are also we in addition to agriculture, we do pharmaceutical, we do mining, healthcare, etc. In Middle East, we do building and construction. We do glass shows. So these are some of the key specific portfolios that we work on.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Tahir. Look, these were some of the few questions that we had for you on Africa Today News, and we're hoping that our listeners at home will feel inspired. The ones that are into agriculture will feel feel appreciated at times, because we've had a lot of African farmers at times that feel like they are having less of these things that support these events, if I should say, these events that support them in agriculture. And with events like this one, the 7th African Agri Expo, I believe they'll be inspired. And then, do you have any last words that you'd like to tell the young farmer out there?
Yes, I think I would encourage them to focus on the education at the earlier stage, and then once we come up a little, try to explore new avenues. You are more powerful than you think. You need to venture on your own. You need to focus on yourself, and you need to prove yourself by making sure you're not giving up. And the world hasn't been easy on you, but I'm hoping that things are now going to be better and better with each passing year. My message is that never give up on yourself, and keep working and striving. You will definitely be successful.
Okay. No, that's beautiful. Mr. Tahir, thank you so much. It was a wonderful day today having you on our show, and I do believe Africa has been graced to have you running this event. And like you said, you're going to be having more of such events within the African region. And please, again, I beg your pardon, I beg you, do visit the Southern African region. We need you more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mawachi. It was my pleasure to be with you. Thank you for hosting me today. I look forward to be there in Johannesburg soon, and then
wow, that's beautiful.
Look forward to stay in touch with you.
No, that's beautiful.